The growing concerns today that a suspected terrorist could use his own murder trial to send jihadist hate messages. This comes after a military judge rules that the suspect in the Fort Hood massacre can represent himself, cross-examining witnesses and so on. Major Nidal Hasan is charged with killing 13 people, wounding dozens of others in a shooting spree at a Texas Army post in 2009. Trace Gallagher has the update. Trace?
And really, as soon as the doctor ruled that Nidal Hasan was physically able to represent himself, Megyn, there was very little the judge can do. Remember, he's paralyzed from the waist down. The judge did in court several times tell him this is a bad idea, especially in a death penalty case. But as many legal experts point out, Hasan clearly is not trying to avoid the death penalty. He's likely trying to advance his platform for radical Islam and jihad. Would-be 9/11 hijacker Zacarias Musai, remember him? He also defended himself and used his defense to justify his actions and to rail against the United States. The biggest question in the case of Hasan is what this means for the victims of the shooting, who will now be cross-examined by the man accused of shooting them. Today we spoke with the attorney who was representing victims in suing the federal government. Listen.
Now our victims are going to be in court confronting Hasan, and they're going to have to provide information, and there are certain things they are going to have to testify to. And we believe it's incumbent on the government to protect these victims the way that any victim has a right to be protected in court.
Experts say the judge can try to contain Hasan, but he's free to make outrageous statements and ask outrageous questions. His legal counsel, by the way, Megyn, will stay on the case to make sure there are no legal errors so this thing is not overturned. The jury selection, by the way, starts tomorrow.
I mean, these are people who, many of whom are suffering from PTSD as a result of that shooting, post-traumatic stress disorder, as a result of Hasan shooting them. And now imagine, when you're under the care of a psychologist or a psychiatrist for being shot repeatedly by this guy, say the prosecutors, and now you've got to go sit on the witness stand and let him cross-examine you about the moment he did it. I mean, that is the situation that we're looking at right now. Trace, thank you. I want to tell our viewers that one of Nidal Hasan's victims is going to join us at the top of the hour. It's a guy who got shot by him 7 times. He lost part of his eyesight as a result of that shooting, and he is one of the ones who had to undergo extensive counseling in the wake of what happened to him. And we'll talk to him about his reaction now to the news that this man's going to be able to cross-examine him, to challenge him directly. And we are told that he's going to be offering a provocative defense, Nidal Hasan. Let's put it that way. We'll talk about it coming up here in a minute.